My friends, what is going on? Well, it's been a crazy week in the stock market, especially with AMC. Obviously, a lot happened. AMC went up 52% this week, which is an awesome week. But in my opinion, this is probably going to be one of the most important videos that I've ever put out, or one of the most important, information pieces, if you will. Obviously, you guys know the deal. I love charts. In TA, I'm a technical trader. However, this is going to be an important piece. Everything about this piece is going to be my opinion. What we're going to be talking about is obviously, the hot topic of the APE dividend and what does it mean. Everything in this video is my opinion and my understanding of what is going on, which at the end of the day, like I've said multiple times, on Twitter, is that's all I can offer. All I can offer is my most honest opinion. If you follow me for any amount of time, I do not pump out hopium. I do not pump out rocket emojis. I do not pump out MOAs and ridiculous price targets. I base all of my decisions based in reality and what I feel I can prove, either on the chart or through other kinds of facts. So that's the way I'm going to approach this video. That's the way I approach my life, my trading, everything that I do. So before we jump in too much further, you guys know the deal. Everything I'm giving you is, not financial advice. This is my opinion at the end of the day, which is what I always say, and what I truly mean from the bottom of my heart is that you have got to make decisions based off of your needs, your family, your portfolio. That is the way that it's got to be. Not on what I say, not on what anybody else on, the internet, YouTube, Twitter, doesn't matter. You need to make decisions so that way, you can put your head on your pillow at night and go, I did the best that I could for myself, my family, and my portfolio. So having said that, let's jump into the video. I had a long conversation with Trey's Trades before making this video. There's things that he and I disagree on a little bit, and there's things that he and I agree on. But obviously, I think he's a fantastic individual. He's one of the few figureheads of AMC since the beginning. I've always felt like this is a genuine person, and I still feel like that. But anyway, you guys, if you're watching anything I do, you also know who Trey is, so I don't got to introduce him to you. So, AMC and APE. Well, APE is going to stand for AMC Preferred Equity. Now, what APE is going to be is it is going to be just like what I've said on Twitter and just like what Adam Aaron has said on Twitter, it is going to be like a 2-to-1 stock split, but it's not going to be that directly. So what you're going to do is you are going to see one APE share for every one AMC share that you own. So just like on a 2-to-1 stock split, let's say you owned 100 shares of AMC and AMC did a 2-for-1 stock split, now all of a sudden you would have 200 shares of AMC. Well, what you're going to have on this one is if you own 100 shares of AMC, now you're going to have 100 shares of AMC and you're going to have 100 APE shares. So what this is not, which I know this has gone around a little bit. What this is not a cash dividend, of a penny or anything along those lines. Once again, Adam Aaron, came out and dispelled that. This is AMC essentially. It is giving you a dividend, but it is creating an entirely new ticker symbol. So now there's going to be a ticker symbol of APE. There's going to still be a ticker symbol of AMC. And the value of APE comes from AMC. So if essentially, let's just say it was $20 and APE is going to hit the stock exchange, I believe it's either got to be $2, $3, or $4. Let's just say it's $4. So if APE is going to be $4, let's say, and AMC's value before it's released is at $20, well then APE is going to be $4. AMC value would then go to $16. So you are going to see a decrease in AMC's stock price whenever APE is coming out. Also, too, APE can be converted into AMC shares. So you can turn your APE shares into AMC shares. Now, I'm not going to be doing that. I know there's a lot of people who aren't going to be doing that, because if you turn your APE shares into AMC shares, then you are going to be making AMC's float bigger at that point in time. Now, obviously, if a few people do it, that's going to happen. There's going to be some people who kind of make that mistake, if you will. But the vast majority are just going to hold AMC shares, and they're just going to hold APE shares. So what is going to hopefully, here's my hope for APE. My hope for APE is, there's not going to be an option chain. Adam Aron has DRS'd, the entire APE float. And so hopefully what we're going to see is we're going to be able to see true supply and demand and buying pressure when it comes to APE. That is my hope. This should be everybody's hope. Now, according to Adam Aron, also too, current shareholders hold 90% of AMC shares, minus the index funds. So that means once APE comes out of what's going to be released, then AMC shareholders are going to also own 90% of the APE shares. So that's also going to be a good thing. We're gonna own, the controlling factor. Now, what's going to be some bad things about this, in my opinion? So, and like I said, when I say bad things, this is just going to be things to, you need to put on your radar, because the reality is the best thing that AMC can do, what I wrote right here, the best thing that AMC can do is raise cash to help with their debt. Now, some people are like, well, you look at Apple and they got billions of dollars worth of debt. And I do agree that some debt is okay, but it also needs to be manageable debt. The reality is, which once again, what I deal with is reality. The reality is AMC is burning cash. They need to be cash positive, not burning cash, okay? So AMC right now is burning cash. And the best thing that they can do to make it to where they're not burning cash and ensure the survival of the company is to raise capital, okay? And like I said on Twitter, the reality is so many shareholders have essentially held AMC captive and hostage because they're not allowing them to raise capital anymore. So that's how they do it. They put a share offering out there. That is how they are able to raise money. Well, shareholders have been constantly saying, we're not doing that, we're not doing that, we're not doing that. We want a dividend, we want a share count, all this other kind of stuff. And so that is going to be what APE is going to help with. So Adam Aron is giving you what you want. You're getting a dividend. You're going to be getting a share count. However, what it's going to allow him to do is it's giving him a different vehicle to be able to raise capital and do offerings. So they do, you have to make the decision to convert your APE into AMC shares. However, my understanding, and I will 100% backtrack this if I'm wrong, but my understanding of it is that Adam Aron, AMC is a company, they can release more APE shares on the market at any point in time. So let's say hypothetically, when APE comes out, AMC is, let's go 16, and then APE is going to go to 4, okay? Well, the reality is just like retail has been buying AMC shares, buying and holding and buying and holding and buying and holding. The reality is now they're going to be doing the same thing with APE. And obviously what we all want is we all want the stock price to increase. So what would be awesome is obviously we want APE to start going up. And let's say APE, I don't know, we'll just say $10. So let's say, APE goes up to $10 and then they come out and they do, a massive offering on APE, because I believe, and I might be wrong on this number, my understanding is there's 5 billion APE shares total. However, obviously the only 500 million that match AMC is going to be done at its initial public offering, and then but they can offer more shares. So my personal opinion is going to be that we're going to see a run in, I don't know if it's going to be AMC and APE's price. I don't know if it's just going to be in APE's price. Obviously, I hope that there's no options attached to APE, so we can, really see, supply and demand. You look what happened with like HKD. I'm not saying that that's going to be what happens with APEs or anything like that. That is not what I'm saying, but I would like to see true buying pressure return to AMC and APE, and not a lot of the manipulation that is done, through the option chain. So when it comes to APE, let's say it runs up to $10, and then they do, a big offering. They put 100, million shares out there for APE. Well, what that does is it raises a ton of money for AMC, that then AMC can either pay off their debt. They can do more mergers and acquisitions. Like what I was talking about with Trey. Even if there was a golden opportunity for AMC to come around, to acquire something or a different business venture, they don't got the money to do that anyway, because retail has not allowed them to raise any capital. And when you're a company like AMC and you made it through a pandemic like COVID, but you acquired a ton of debt to do so, they need the ability to raise capital. And so they can dilute APE and not dilute AMC. Now, it's still going to essentially affect AMC's price, but not directly. It'll affect APE's price, but obviously because AMC and APE are tied together, it is going to have some negative impact. So for me, I'm a long-term holder. I'm a long-term believer. So I think this is going to be great for down the road. I think it's going to potentially even take years down the road for this to have a huge impact. So the people who are going to get pissed off here are going to be the people who are I want MOAS and I wanted it 6 months ago. That is not Adam Aaron's goal. Adam Aaron's goal is to take care of AMC, to ensure its survival. I do believe that Adam Aaron, trust not the right word. I do think Adam Aaron, I think he obviously listens to us. We wouldn't be getting this if, he wasn't listening to us. And I do believe that Adam Aaron cares about us. I believe he cares about his shareholders. You are more than welcome to your opinion on that. I am just giving my opinion. I think Adam Aaron knows that if he does something super screwy with APE, that people are just going to dump AMC, they're going to dump APE, and then, the short thesis is only going to grow, and it can essentially drive AMC out of business. I think AA is very smart. I trust him. To me, he's never done anything other than exactly what he said he was going to do. And as far as I'm concerned, that's all I can judge somebody off of. So Adam Aaron, in my opinion, we are going to see a price rise. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like, whether it's going to be, with AMC. My hope is that it's both. But I think it's more than likely we might see a price and APE rise. And then when you see the price of AMC, APE, or, them together, when they rise, I think you're going to get an offering from AA for APE. Obviously, he can't do that with AMC without shareholder approval, but he can do that with APE. And that's going to allow him to raise money and shore up AMC's business. And what that does then is, the whole reason AMC was so heavily shorted is because, the fundamental people looked at it from a standpoint of going, this business is, it's got way too much debt. It's never going to recover from COVID. So if Adam Aaron can eliminate that short thesis, then there's not a reason for shorts to be in A. Now, there's always going to be shorts. That's why I've always said I think AMC, anytime you've got stocks with like these kind of huge cult followings, if you will, GameStop, AMC, Tesla, you're always going to have perma bulls and perma bears. And there's going to be times where the bulls are in complete control, and there's going to be times where bears are in complete control. That's why you see such wild swings in Tesla. That's why you see such wild swings in GameStop. That's why you see such wild swings in AMC. And obviously right now, the bulls are in control because there's going to be shorts on their heels, because the reality is you don't know, I don't know exactly what this is going to look like. So there's going to be some shorts, like I posted on Twitter, that are just getting out of the way due to the uncertainty of the deal. Like, Am I getting trapped by Adam Aaron right now? Maybe I just need to, I might be profitable on this thing. Let me close out this short right now and let me move on to greener pastures. So that's why we're seeing such a huge run. And I think we potentially could still see, a huge run coming up. But everybody needs to brace themselves for APE offerings. That is not going to be an AMC offering. I think AMC's shares are going to be, remained intact. I think that float is locked up. I think we are in control of that float, just like initially we're going to be in control of the APE float as well. But as that constantly grows, how we're going to stay in control is through buying the shares of APE, and that's going to be left to be seen. Okay, I think this is going to be, a fascinating experiment as far as how committed, retail really is to AMC and to APE. So basically, to sum up the video, this is not going to be a cash dividend. Your APE shares can be converted into AMC shares on a one-to-one basis. However, I don't think there's going to be some people that do it, and probably they're going to do it, honestly, due to lack of understanding. I won't be doing that personally, but it is something that can be done. Now, once again, Adam Aaron has come out several times talking about how shareholders own 90% of AMC. Therefore, when APE initially comes out, because APE's value comes from AMC. Okay, that's the biggest thing I want to stress. AMC is essentially going to be split. Its value is going to be split, where some of the AMC value is going to be retained in the AMC ticker, but APE is pulling the value away from AMC. But together, they're going to make the old AMC, if you will. So, the best thing that can come from all of this is AMC using the money that they can acquire through APE to eliminate the short thesis, to raise capital. They need money. And if you truly care about the company, I do. If you truly care about the company, then that's what you want to see. You want to see its fundamental aspect, shored up. And I will be the first to admit and say that, like I said, I'm a technical trader, not a fundamental one. However, the technicals will become easier, and the fundamentals, less shorts will want to pile in the stronger the fundamentals get. So it's going to, the rising tide lifts all ships, so to speak. The reason there's so much, people look at it and go, AMC is a terrible business on paper. And to an extent, on paper, I agree with that. What I don't agree with is that people don't want to go to movies anymore and people want to stay home and stream and all that kind of stuff. I don't agree with that. So that's why I invested in AMC in the very first place, is I want to see, movies and the theater experience, live on. And coming out of COVID, it was obviously beaten down, but sorry, that's getting into too much of a tangent for this video. So what AMC needs to do is they need to shore up their future through the cash and the capital that they can raise through APE. And they are going to be able to do that by diluting, I know that's that word everybody hates so much, but by diluting the APE float, they can raise money to shore up their business, therefore constantly wanting to push shorts out of AMC. And the more shorts that exit out of AMC, it is going to help the price rise. And that's what we want to see. If you believe in movies, you believe in the company. So this really boils down to, how much do you trust Adam Aaron? Some people say, I don't trust him at all. And that's fine. I respect your opinion on that. I personally trust him only because he hasn't given me a reason not to. And so long as that stays intact, I'm going to continue to trust him. I believe that he wants what's best for his company. I believe he wants what's best for his shareholders. But squeezing AMC stock and having a bunch of people exit AMC stock, I can't tell you how many times I see on Twitter, I just can't wait for this thing to hit X amount of dollars and then I'm dumping this crap and moving on and everything like that. You're not giving Adam Aaron a reason to want to squeeze the stock. Adam Aaron wants the stock price to go up, but he is not looking for a squeeze. He's looking for the value of his company to increase, therefore putting more money in shareholders' pockets. And that's my opinion of how I view Adam Aaron's goals. He's like, I want to provide value for my shareholders. I want the stock price to go up, and he's going to do that by acquiring money through APE to solidify AMC's future. So, I think this is going to be good for the company in the long term. I think we're going to see some short-term price rises because obviously people, we're seeing it right now. I think we're seeing shorts exiting plus buying pressure on the stock because people are excited about getting the dividend. And that's why we're going to continue to see that price rise. And then once the actual dividend comes out, it's going to be anybody's guess. Your guess, my guess, I don't know. I do not know exactly what price it's going to hit the exchange at, how that price is going to be moving around. My hope is there's going to be zero option chain attached to it because it's DRS'd, that we can see true supply and demand. My guess is there's going to be way more demand than there is going to be supply. So I'm hoping that we are going to see a big rise in price in APE shares, which is in turn, once again, pretty much the same thing as seeing a rise in price in AMC because AMC and APE are tied at the hip. APE was born through AMC's value on its stock, okay? So that's all I've got for this video. I'm really trying to explain. It's a complicated subject. I get it, my friends. I know there's a lot of confusion and emotion and frustration, and I really implore you to pull back on that as much as you possibly can. This is going to be like a 2-for-1 stock split, even though it's not a 2-for-1 stock split. Like I said, APE value is coming off of AMC's share price, and then because APE is not going to have an option chain and Adam Aaron has DRS the entire float for it, we're essentially going to get share counts. We are going to hopefully see true supply and demand price. My hope is that the price of APE skyrockets and then there is an offering done, which obviously when that offering is done, the price of APE is going to tank, and then AMC then uses that capital. I don't even know how much money they could raise. This is just spitballing out there. Let's say they're able to raise $2 billion and they're able to pay off some of their debt and everything like that. That would be fantastic. Or whether it's an acquisition, I think the overall future of the company is good. I think it's bright, but they do need to make some changes to ensure that that is going to happen, because the reality is right now they're burning cash, but movies are doing fantastic, concessions are doing fantastic. It was a fabulous earnings call, but we want to see that continue, and the best thing that Adam Aaron can do is shoring up AMC through the APE dividend. So I'm going to be interested to see how this all plays out. I apologize for the length of this video, but I want to be as thorough as I can. I'm only trying to give, once again, the best information that I possibly can. I hope this is helpful to you. Please, like and subscribe or whatever if it is helpful to you. And let's see how this all plays out. And if new information comes out, we'll pivot as needed. But as of right now, this is how I understand everything. So I'm hoping for a good rise in stock price. I'm hoping for a really good rise in APE price, then an offering to come out so that AMC can shore up in capital, pay off some debt, and really just, make it to where shorts don't want to be in AMC anymore. The more shorts that exit AMC, the better it's going to be for everybody. That's all I got. Trying to help you guys. That's all I got to say. I'm just trying to help. Have a good one. I will have my AMC Weekly Outlook video out tomorrow. I'll see you on the flip side, my friends.